Dr. Daniel Ellsberg addressed several hundred students at the University of Texas at Arlington Monday night, explaining his role in the Pentagon Papers case and denouncing the role which the executive branch of government has taken over recent years. He told the students that the case of the presidency as defined by Richard Nixon is a case for an elected monarchy, a kingship. Paraphrasing Thomas Paine, Ellsberg said, "Kings get lied to. A king hears what he wants to hear. He'll be deceived and he'll deceive the public." Dr. Ellsberg is the man who turned over the Pentagon Papers to the New York Times, and during a press conference yesterday, he was asked if he considered himself a lawbreaker.
No, it became quite clear in the course of preparing for the trial and in the course of the trial that no law had been broken by the actions which I took and which I acknowledged taking. It also became clear to me that the reasons that no such law existed, which I had broken, were that the First Amendment on freedom of speech precludes there being such a law. It would be unconstitutional. And I'm impressed by the reasoning that led to that drafting of the First Amendment. I think it's good. I didn't understand all that at the time I first revealed these documents to the Senate. I'd worked in the executive branch all my life. I knew very little about the Constitution. I thought we who worked for the president were sort of outside that.
Dr. Ellsberg, has the government really changed since the Pentagon Papers were released?
Well, in your question, I think you are equating the government with the executive branch. Certainly the executive branch has changed in no way. When the president draws the line, as for secrecy, around the White House, he's doing just what each president has done before him. But I'd say that the other parts of the government, the courts, the Congress, informally the press as part of the government, and the sovereign public have changed their attitudes very much. And I think the Pentagon Papers made a contribution to that. Watergate has done more, I think. But the Pentagon Papers, in a way, prepared the public and Congress to be skeptical of the information they were getting from the White House, whether it was adequate, whether it was true. And I think that's had a big effect on the revelations we've been getting since then. So I'm glad to have contributed to that in any way. Well, it's clear that the actions, the events really that led me to reveal the Pentagon Papers led on to responses by the administration that really had the effect of illustrating what I was trying to reveal in bringing out the papers. I think that President Nixon and his associates have underlined the warnings that I was trying to make of the risks of secrecy, the abuse of the national security argument for secrecy, the sense in the White House of a president and subordinates who are above the law. I think he's made those points to the American people better than I ever could.